2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Say hello to the folks.
Hey, hello to the folks.
Hey, Shaquille O'Neal is here. Say hey to the folks.
Hey, what up, folks?
The NBA's really rolling along at this point.
And it's happening out in Phoenix, where the Suns will be going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for the Bucks, they're off to a better start than last season, and that certainly bodes well. Always some changes from season to season, but they're going in the right direction. And tonight, get ready for some highlights. 2 lightning-quick, high-flying clubs. Kenny, when you have teams as athletic as these, how can one side carve out an advantage?
Poise. That's it. You want to be athletic, but you also want to be level-headed. You got to have a combination of the two. You got to execute your plays, and you just don't rely on your physical gifts because that could be detrimental.
And not only that, AMB, FAE.
What's that?
Avoid mistakes, be fast and efficient.
Wow. FMB.
Where do you come up with that?
FAE?
AMB, FAE.
Okay.
Avoid mistakes,
Okay.
be fast and efficient.
God, man, that's quick and fast and
It's
hurry.
going to be an exciting matchup. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
You're the first person who's ever said that.
AMB, FAE.
K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with the broadcast from Phoenix, Arizona, the home of the Suns. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. Taking a look at Milwaukee. They're hoping they can carry over some of that momentum from their undefeated homestand.
Kevin, the start of a long road trip, my friend, and they'd love to set the tone here early with a win.
So Phoenix will get the first possession. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. All the big bucks up front. Giannis, Parker, and Maker. Bledsoe is out there with Chris Middleton in what should be an exciting game to watch. 2 of the most athletic teams in the league. Doris, what are the keys in this one?
Well, you'd think it would be about the pace, but to me, when there's this level of athletic ability, it's about the execution and patience on offense, and certainly you've got to sprint back in transition defense.
And Phoenix has possession, following the bucket by the Bucks. Here's Monroe, nails the wide open jump shot. Phoenix on defense, outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And when things started to go wrong for them in that game, boy, did they ever go wrong. They just could never get back on track in that game.
Stretches where they strung some good plays together, but then long stretches where nothing worked, no consistency. He does everything right except drain the shot.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Booker outside. Here's Ulis. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. Phoenix on defense. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
Yeah, and for two squads that don't know each other all that well, this should be an intriguing battle.
Right, in a matchup where you don't see the opponent often, there should be a lot of surprises. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He had 28 points in the win against Washington. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Ulis dishes to Warren. Kicks it out to Booker. Back to Warren. 5 on the clock. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Boy, they're just giving him that shot. An easy opportunity for three just slips away.
And there's the call on Tyler Ulis. That's his first foul. Bledsoe outside. Feeds it to Middleton. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. In the corner, it's Maker. Shot clock at 6.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Jackson. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Jackson's got his first points of the night.
Now, Kev, how about that setup? Booker with the impressive vision finds the open man, makes the game easy.
Bledsoe with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Washington. Sinks the triple.
And if he can hit that shot, it spreads the defense out and really changes the complexion of the game.
It just opens the court up so much more, and you like to see him get into a rhythm from beyond the arc.
Bucks trail by 3. Parker kicks to Middleton. A quick shot there, and it's off target.
They're not going to get away with many mistakes like that on the defensive end. You got to get out on him right there.
Here's Jackson. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, he's like a surgeon down low operating in the paint. He is incredibly effective there.
Milwaukee's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Antetokounmpo kicks to Bledsoe. Dishes to Parker. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Boy, this guy's a rock. You know, this is a player that you can count on to produce under any circumstance.
Ulis kicks to Booker. Pass to Monroe. He feeds it to Warren. Back to Monroe. Kicks it to Ulis. Over Bledsoe. And it's sent back by Bledsoe.
There's that wingspan of Bledsoe. Once again, showing up in the stat sheet, this time with the block.
And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
The Suns leading.
And you look at the Bucks and this roster, and the one constant at every position, length. I mean, great height and wingspan. Giannis and Maker, just to name a few.
Monroe outside. Back to Warren. He kicks to Monroe. Parker with the steal. Bledsoe for 3. Offensive rebound. Maker. Bledsoe outside. Pass to Parker. And Middleton now atop the key. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And when so much of the NBA is trying to capitalize, Greg, on small ball, the Bucks said they're going to go for tall ball if they can make it work.
And what the length and height gives the Bucks is a few things. One, you get matchup advantages, at least at a few positions on the floor. Great coverage in the passing lanes. And remember now, the half court is much bigger because of the impact of the three-point shot. You need size, skill, and activity to be able to guard that far from the basket.
The Suns shooting their first free throw of the night.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that one falls for Greg Monroe. Maybe too soon to start talking about this, Doris, but we see some young teams getting blown out. Clearly they're in rebuild mode. At what point do you start to focus on player development versus winning games?
You know, this is such a tough organizational issue because you have to balance the priority of giving your young talents an opportunity to get the
And how about the ferocity on that one? He is a force to be reckoned with, an absolute vicious dunker.
And that replay sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Greg, when Jabari Parker is healthy, he has shown that he can be a go-to scorer in this league.
Parker reminds me a bit of how Carmelo Anthony looked at the same age. His ability to just blow by defenders is going to always be something he can lean on. Just fantastic with how efficient he is at this age.
First free throw is good.
And up and down this Suns roster, there is a ton of youth. One of the younger teams in our league last season, and that was weighted with Tyson Chandler's age. A lot of young players looking to make their mark here in the NBA.
The Suns making a switch here. Knight's checked in. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Ogden's checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And last season, the Suns broke their franchise record for the youngest starting 5 the team has ever put on the court on multiple occasions.
Yeah, and with those young lineups, you could see the benefits, but also the concerns. I mean, they got a lot of extended looks at young players, and this team figures to have a bright future. But let's face it, there were some inconsistent stretches because of that youth. It's always difficult for a young group to learn how to become efficient and effective in the half court.
Bledsoe passes to Maker. Antetokounmpo kicks to Parker. It's deflected. Warren against Parker. Here's Knight, and it's in there. And now a 7-point Phoenix lead.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
It's Brogdon on the wing. And there's the feed to Maker. Brogdon kicks to Maker. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Now the pass to Warren. There's the pick. And Booker kicks to Monroe. Back to Booker. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. To the inside. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. So for the Suns, Chandler comes in for Monroe. And Chris is subbed in for T.J. Warren. John Henson's checked in for the Bucks. Here's Bledsoe. Shot from the inbound. No good that time. Some solid defense from Knight.
Well, there's no consistency from the field in this quarter. We'll see if he can get his shot going.
Chandler out tonight, launches it, bangs home the trifecta. Knight's got 5.
That shooting stroke is just effortless. You can't afford to give Knight any room out there.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Parker with no one around. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Jackson a screen on Antetokounmpo. Here's Knight, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. On target from 13 feet. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket. Suns leading by 4. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Coach Jason Kidd. He said even though this was their first meeting of the year, he did not expect there to be a filling out period between these teams. He said, we have a group of guys who can score and do it in a hurry. We're going to go right at them and test their defense early on. Looks like they're in attack mode. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you. They're putting the priority on offense today if everything goes according to plan.
Yeah, I mean, from the sound of it, they're not going to be using much of the shot clock here in the early going.
And why should they when they have such tremendous quick strike ability? Put pressure on the defense and keep it on.
Here's Chris. Shot clock at 5. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Well, you love the aggressiveness. Chris not drifting around on the outside. He's getting it done in the painted area.
Here's Henson. Chris with the rebound. Phoenix is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Well, he just creates enough separation to get a quality look from the mid-range.
Antetokounmpo against Jackson. Antetokounmpo dishes to Bledsoe. No good on the triple.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Well, you can see he's sputtering a bit, but he's trying to get going. I do like that he's continuing to be aggressive.
And it's fair to say, Tyson Chandler, not the player he once was, but still a fantastic rebounder and eats up space and does everything you want from a big man.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And with Chandler, Greg, he still rebounds at a fantastic rate, even though he's the team veteran. As long as he gets minutes, he'll get you some boards.
And part of that is because he's always been one of the smarter rebounders in our league, just aware of how to set up and track the basketball after the shot goes up, and he makes great use of his length and strength.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Now, this is a high-character guy. Chandler is a guy who will influence everyone around him in a positive manner.
Henson, a screen on Knight. In the corner, Snell with it. And the Bucks miss again. Suns leading by 7. To the inside. Here's Bender over Henson. Bank shot, no good.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Henson sets a screen for Brogdon. He dishes it to Snell. Teletovic the screen. Jumper off the screen. They grab their own miss. Now here is Dellavedova. Defense right on him. Henson with the screen. Snell the pass to Teletovic. Now the dish to Henson. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Inside. It's deflected. And Henson pulls it down. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Here's Snell. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. The Suns leading. One-on-one fast break. 7-second difference. Shot in the game clock. And slam dunk by Henson.
Well executed. And then you love the strong finish.
Yes, you love that they're not settling for anything outside the paint. Excellent work getting right to the tin.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The free throw off from Henson.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Now here's Dudley, defended by Dellavedova. Here's Bender, gets to the corner and buries it. And the Suns lead by 7.
A terrific use of the catch and shoot. Flat-footed D can't do a thing to stop that.
Here's Brogdon. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And that does it for the first quarter. Suns lead by 7. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And Tyson Chandler, known for being a great teammate, a very vocal leader certainly. He talked about how important that is for an NBA locker room.
Players do the policing. Coach sets a standard, but players individually call out other players, you know, whether it be timeout, whether it be halftime, whether it be pulling guys to the side, you know, in practice. When you have that going on, you see multiple guys doing that, that's when you know you have a good team.
Don't you need a player like this of Chandler's caliber and character, Greg, to make that kind of a teamwork, you know, have that feel in the locker room, that leadership role that everybody believes in and respects?
No doubt about it, Kevin. And that weighty stature is built on experience and credentials, as you mentioned, like having that championship ring or being an all-star. But when you have it and use it that way, the coach doesn't have to worry about the locker room because Chandler has got that covered.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Tough defense throughout that first period, and it's really paying dividends.
Well, I think there's a level of physicality with them right now and not allowing the opponent to feel comfortable getting into their heads just a bit.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Tony Snell is out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. Then it's John Henson. And it's Brogdon in at the point. Here's Dellavedova, and it's blocked.
Oh, astonishing block. The devastating length. Bender sends it home.
And the Suns making a change here. Ulis is checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Chris Middleton's checked in for Malcolm Brogdon. Now here is Dellavedova. Not a lot of room. Teletovic the screen. Here's Snell. No good off the front iron.
Boy, a little indecisive. I think he wanted to kick it out, changed his mind, and ended up missing.
Well, you know what this Suns team wants to do when they go up against you? They are looking to get out in the open floor and get easy baskets off transition. One of the best teams in the league when it comes to capitalizing on the break.
Dellavedova kicks to Teletovic. Pass to Middleton. Fires top of the key. It's hauled in by the Suns. Chandler's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Dudley's shot is good. Dudley's got the lead up to 8 now for the Suns.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And Middleton kicks to Henson. And slam dunk by Henson.
That's how it's done, gentlemen. You don't pass to a player, you pass to a spot. Let your teammate run into it.
There's a screen by Chris. Feeds to Bender. Shoots over Henson. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Bender's got his second basket of the game.
I'll tell you, surrounded by defense, Bender still nails it. This guy is as tough as they come.
Greg Monroe, he's checked in for the Suns. Warren comes in for Marquise Chris. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Makers checked in. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Warren kicks to Ulis. Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel. With this break, we have a chance to break down where the assist has been coming from tonight between the front and back court for the Suns.
And their bigs have actually played a significant role with their passing. That frees the guards to come up off screens and cut to the rim and kind of flipping the script here offensively.
Bucks trail by 8. Middleton outside. Teletovic the screen. Middleton dishes to Teletovic. Rebound by Greg Monroe. Monroe's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Ulis passes to Bender. Over in the corner, Warren. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Warren's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And boy, did that game nearly get away from them, but they were a little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
Well, perhaps just knowing that they can pull out a close game, the next time they're in that challenge, they can go in with a ton of confidence.
You know, Doris, when it comes to leadership, there are so many different ways to do it, different ways of leading among the players who are some of the more vocal leaders out there. Who do you have circled?
You know, I think leadership sometimes, Kevin, requires that you make your teammates uncomfortable, and that's not always easy to do. So the 2 guys that come to mind for me are both Chris Paul and LeBron James. One, they're going to hold themselves to an incredibly high standard. And unless you're willing to do that, it's hard to bring everybody with you. So in terms of leadership, the guys I like watching the most right now in the current NBA are both Chris Paul and LeBron James.
Great examples. Doris, you look at Tyler Ulis, and people were surprised he lasted to the second round of the 2016 draft.
Well, I think there were concerns about Tyler Ulis' size, right? This is an undersized point guard at 5'10", but you can't measure heart and his approach and knowledge of the game.
The first one falls. Doris, one result of the new CBA, minimum contracts increasing 45%. That's a big help to the NBA's working class, I think.
Well, I don't think there's any question that you see increasingly role players, someone like Draymond Green, whose value has not necessarily translated in terms of points per game, but his value to winning can't be calculated. And you're right. You know, you see important role players and guys below the superstar level increasingly becoming better compensated. And hey, listen, there's more of the pie to go around. Who doesn't enjoy a little more cherry pie, Kev?
Yeah, good thoughts. Good thoughts. This is to Snell. Teletovic the screen. Shot clock at 6. To end the run. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Snell.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Ulis kicks to Dudley. Lets it go with a 3. He can't get it to go. And Milwaukee the other way now. Steps back and fires. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Maybe not that time, but he'll hit more than his share if he's left open.
Now Ulis, 17 points for him last game against Chicago.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
And you look at the numbers that T.J. Warren has put up over his career. Finds a way to improve every single season, Doris, and is a model of efficiency and consistency for his team.
Right. I think coaches love players who approach the game the way T.J. Warren does. He knows what he's capable of and stays patient. He can hit a 3, but he mostly prefers to step into a range where he is automatic.
And the first one drops.
I think T.J. Warren in this day and age of stretch shooting forwards is a bit of an outlier, right? His build is not as long as some, and a lot of his work is done on the inside of the arc. It's fascinating that he can be effective.
Both free throws good from Warren. And for Warren, he doesn't play like most NBA small forwards, Doris, but that's one of the reasons he's found success.
Well, I think this is a guy who can make an impact beyond his scoring. He is really focused on being a better defender and being a better rebounder. This guy always feels comfortable with his offense. He's just striving to be more complete.
And the Bucks with some changes. Parker's checked in for Mirza Teletovic. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Tony Snell. And Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. And it's the Suns with the ball. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. Pass to Dudley. Kicks it to Warren. Monroe outside. Back to Warren. Just 5 on the clock. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. And it's sent back by Bledsoe. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And we have a moment to take a look at the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA. The Bucks #1.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
Bucks trail by 13. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. The Bucks working the ball around. Bledsoe dishes to Middleton. He feeds it to Maker. Back to Middleton. 5 to shoot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Devin Booker.
And one of the things I love about Chris Middleton is his decision making. You know, he doesn't force shots or passes when he has the ball and just lets the play develop. And that's why coaches trust him so much.
And with Middleton and his decision-making, it's true for both his scoring and his passing.
For the amount he facilitates, he has great efficiency. Low turnovers, solid field goal percentage, and his passing gets better every year.
And the first one at the line is good. Middleton hits them both. Doris, so much offense is perimeter generated right now. What, if anything, could get us back to running more plays, say, through the post?
Do you think we could reinvent Hakeem Olajuwon or perhaps Patrick Ewing or
I
Bill
wish we
Russell?
could. I wish we could.
Because I know this.
Good point.
Every time I walk by a pickup game on the outside, you see guys sprinting to the three-point line and looking to be Steph Curry.
I know. Timeout called, the Bucks.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Yeah, maybe a new approach, because what they're doing is not working. You're going to have to alter some things on the offensive end.
Jackson, he's checked in for Bender.
Looking now at the numbers for Middleton, how his last 10 games have gone. Averaging 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Not his best production, and I expect him to break through and get back on track soon.
I think he's been pressing a little bit too much, Greg. He just needs to relax and let the game come to him.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
All the tools. When you're talking about Booker, he's got everything he needs to be one of the league's great scorers.
Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Rejected by Monroe. Here's Booker. It's tipped. Here we go, one-on-one. Pulls up. New 24 for Milwaukee. He's off on that one. Phoenix leading by 16. Parker with the steal. And Maker with the basket on the assist from Eric Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got 3 assists tonight. Phoenix has gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Monroe right side. Over Maker. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And it's 9 points for Greg Monroe. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. He kicks it to Maker. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Ulis kicks to Booker. And that comes off the assist by Ulis. Ulis has got 3 assists in the game. Bucks trail by 16. There's a good screen. Jackson against Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Monroe. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Warren with the ball. The shot off that time. Good D by Parker. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession.
And now a look at Eric Bledsoe. Some impressive play from him over the last month. 11th in steals. And he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands. Always looking to force a mistake. Monroe left side. On the wing, Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. The wing jumper off target. Bucks trail by 16. Maker dishes to Bledsoe. They double team Bledsoe. Now here's Maker, covered by Monroe. Bledsoe, and the layup's good off the glass. Bledsoe's got his second basket of the night.
This guy is just so physical for a point guard. Bledsoe loves to challenge the defense in close.
And here's Booker from the arc. Rebounded by Maker. Maker's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Shots good by Middleton. Middleton's got 6 points.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Suns leading by 12. Now here's Ulis. He's got 9. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Warriors. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And of course the Suns, 6 games out.
And right now for Phoenix, they look ready to make all their fans forget about last season's horrible showing. They've already picked up some impressive victories.
Timeout called the Bucks. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
So for the Suns, Tyson Chandler is checked in for Monroe. Marquise Chris comes in for T.J. Warren, and Knight subbed in for Tyler Ulis. The Bucks also changing it up. John Henson's checked in for Maker, and Brogdon subbed in for Chris Middleton.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Greg, the Bucks can be a fearsome defense when things are clicking.
And the Bucks will do it with several approaches. I mean, great numbers in terms of steals and blocks. They force a lot of turnovers with their pressure and ball hawking skill. It's just a matter of when the offense can catch up to the defense.
Hey, Greg, when you watch Josh Jackson play, it's easy to see that he can eventually be one of the best defenders in the league if he works at it.
The blocks and steals, I think, will always be there for Jackson with that length. As he progresses as a player, though, he should improve in the little things. It reminds you a bit of a young Andre Iguodala at times with how explosive he can be athletically. And they are excited about Jackson, a high motor guy with a ton of room to grow and also displays terrific leadership on both ends.
And he can't hit the second.
And one of the things that stands out about Josh Jackson out of Kansas, his playmaking ability at that forward position. For a guy 6'8", you can put the ball in his hands and let him create offense for you, much like a Draymond Green. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Booker kicks to Jackson. Passes it to Chris. Parker with the steal. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's hauled in by the Suns. Chandler's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And Josh Jackson, Greg, out of Kansas, able to step into that point forward role well. And
in today's game, you can't have too many playmakers on the court at one time. Josh Jackson is Draymond Green 2.0. You know, a little bit better athlete, can be a difference maker defensively, but also has that high IQ on the offensive side to make everybody better.
And here's Bledsoe. 7 points in the game. Parker outside. Fires the three. Here's Henson. Chandler with the defensive effort.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Jackson in the corner. And the miss, not the best shot selection there.
Oh, great job on the closeout, providing a lot of good D on the perimeter.
Well, that's just superb effort on the defensive end. You don't allow the shooter to get into a rhythm from deep. I'll tell you, that's been the story of this guy's night. He can't get anything to fall.
A nice shot by Knight.
Well, this is what makes Knight so difficult to contend with. Routinely hits shots with a hand in his face.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Antetokounmpo. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Looking to get back on track here. Basket good. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive.
And so it's Phoenix. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Tyson. How have you controlled the tempo in the game in the first half?
I think the way we came out defensively, we locked into their sets. We're taking them out of what they want to accomplish. Because of that, we're able to make some shots on the other end.
Tyson, thanks. We'll see you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Things were going Phoenix's way from the beginning. Their sharp focus and apparent preparation for the matchup helped them zero in on an 8-2 run off the tip. By the end of the first quarter, their lead was 7. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Suns.
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game. And
over to Kenny. Your thoughts on the Bucks?
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
The streets around this beautiful arena in downtown Phoenix, the home of the Suns. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Without question, Tyler Ewis displaying his skills today.
I mean, he was prolific in that first half. You know it's coming, but it's just so tough to stop.
And this is what he does, right, Greg? He's out there to score the basketball, and throughout that first half, he dominated.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Bucks trail by 11. Booker the 2 and Jackson the 3, the up-and-coming wing pair. Greg Monroe is out there with Warren, and it's Ulis in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And one thing you notice with Giannis is just how much better this team is with him on the floor. What he brings on offense and defense is as huge as any player in our league.
The Bucks have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. And Greg, with Giannis, the team is so much more dangerous with him on the floor offensively, and the numbers back it up.
Yeah, Giannis, one of the few difference makers who can impact the game on both ends. Causes a ton of turnovers with his D, but also can facilitate or carry a team with his offense.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Antetokounmpo, just incredibly talented, a long, lanky, athletic powerhouse of a player.
Ulis passes to Monroe. Now the feed to Booker. Down low, Ulis. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 4 assists now tonight.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. And there's the pass to Maker. Rebound by Greg Monroe. Suns leading by 11. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Left side Jackson. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Oh, and here comes Bledsoe all alone. Count that one. Bledsoe's got 9.
Incredible foot speed. There are not many guys that can keep up with Eric Bledsoe in transition.
To the paint, here's Warren. Whistle on the play, bucket's good, he'll go to the line.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Doris, you went from the basketball court right to the broadcasting booth. Having seen the game now from an analyst perspective, what might you go back and tell Doris the player?
Yeah, I'd probably tell myself to throw myself completely into the vibe of the team, to never, even if I were struggling as a basketball player, to turn inward. I would always say turn outward to your teammates and invest in what's going on with the group, and then that seems to make everything fall into place.
And mentally, too, I think you've got to prepare and focus like you would as a player when you are broadcasting.
No question about it.
And that one misses.
Well, think about it. Last season, the Suns played at the 2nd highest pace in the NBA. It is exactly what the franchise wants to do. They want to get out and run in the open floor, push it wherever they can.
Stolen by Jackson. Ulis kicks to Monroe. Ulis dishes to Warren. Over Parker. Not going to go that time. Now the Bucks take it the other way. And talking about the pace of this Suns team, Doris, you can't help but think back to the 7 seconds or less era Suns, led by Steve Nash.
Well, perhaps one of the most entertaining groups to watch in the history of the NBA, certainly. The way they could explode on the offensive end and the level of unselfishness. That team was a special era for Suns fans.
And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. 5 points in the game. So it's Phoenix now. At one point, they led by 16. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Knocked away. Booker the pass to Monroe. Jackson has the open look. Cans the shot from the wing. Jackson's got 9.
And Jackson with the quick release, once the ball hits his hands, he's ready to let it fly.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
And his guys are getting frustrated. Coach just really kind of needs to calm them down.
I think, Greg, they've got to continue to believe that the next shot is going to go in. He can hopefully communicate that effectively to them.
The Suns making a change here. Dudley's checked in. And then for Milwaukee, Mirza Teletovic comes in for Jabari Parker. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Eric Bledsoe. And Middleton kicks to Maker. Back to Middleton. Shoots off the step back. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Monroe. Phoenix leading by 11. There's the dish to Ulis. To the inside. The rebound by the Bucks. On to Tacumbo's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Over in the corner, Dellavedova. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists now in this one. Ulis with it. He's got 11. They set the pick. Monroe down low. Here's Booker. Lays it up and banks it in. 10 points for him.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
And it's Dellavedova missing.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Ulis dishes to Booker. Great D that time for Middleton.
Boy, a little too casual on the layup. Temporary loss of focus, not good.
It's hauled in by Warren.
I'll tell you, his touch has been off all day, and now his judgment is starting to go by the wayside as well. That's a poor shot.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Dellavedova, the pass to Maker. Rejected by Monroe. One-on-one here. And here's Booker from the arc. Again, the miss by Booker. Bucks trail by 12. No one near Teletovic as he lets it go. Drills it from outside. Teletovic has got himself on the board with 3 there. Now Ulis. He's got 11 to the middle. Kicks it out to Booker. Again, the miss by Booker.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Teletovic. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to show you the teams leading the league in assists this season. In the 3rd spot, the Bucks.
And a team that shares the ball will create opportunities for the right player to score.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Hey guys, as good a free throw shooter as Teletovic is, to me, he should look to get to the line much more often.
Dragan Bender, he's checked in for the Suns. Milwaukee also making some changes. Tony Snell comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Chris Middleton. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
To the middle, here's Bender, and Bender throws it down.
Listen, we know Bender is a big-time threat to throw it down, given how quickly he gets to the rim.
Bucks trail by 9. Pass to Dellavedova. Here's Snell. He's covered by Warren. Snell kicks to Brogdon. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Bender. Ulis, good. And now it's an 11-point Suns lead.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And there's the call on Tyler Ulis. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Some changes for Phoenix. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Monroe. Marquise Chris comes in for T.J. Warren. And it's Brandon Knight in for Tyler Ulis. Henson's checked in for the Bucks. Now here is Dellavedova. 5 points in the game. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
You know, and I'm not seeing any urgency out of this defense, especially considering the deficit in the score.
And it's Phoenix with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16.
I think for Brandon Knight, it's been a bit of a roller coaster over the last couple of seasons. His worst season was 2016. You know, he saw himself relegated to a minor role, but is looking to start fresh and get back to where he used to be as a player.
One shot. One shot.
The free throw drops for Dudley. And for Knight, the 2016-17 season, one he'd like to forget. Career lows, Doris, in points and in minutes and assists. Everything went wrong for him.
Right, and you think back 2 years ago, Kev, this guy was at a near all-star level. But last year, the shot fails him, and that was a huge issue. You wonder, can he regain his confidence and return to that all-star form?
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And Dudley kicks to Knight. Over in the corner, Bender. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
Now this is why you love Bender's size, right? At 7'1", fantastic mobility, just incredible.
Well, we all knew Dragan Bender was going to be a project, and he was selected Doris 4th overall in the 2016 draft.
Right, and I think, Kev, his rookie season was mostly just a year for him to get his feet wet in the league. You saw flashes of his touch and abilities, and once that shot gets consistent, I think you can see why people are excited about what he brings at his size.
That one is off. So he comes up empty at the line.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Here's Snell, covered by Chris. Here's Teletovic. Phoenix grabs the miss. Bender's got his third rebound on the night. Dudley the pass to Chris. Back to Dudley. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Dudley's got 5 points in the quarter. Bucks trail by 16. Dellavedova dishes to Teletovic. Back to Dellavedova. Pass to Brogdon. Chandler with the block.
Now, this is a guy who's always been able to get off the floor quickly, and Chandler gets all of that shot attempt right there.
Phoenix leading by 14. Chandler with the screen on Brogdon. And Dudley kicks to Chris. Now here's Dudley. He's guarded closely. And a missed layup.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboards.
You know, and a lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the carom.
Here's Henson. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. Chandler's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Knight. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Greg, you look at Brandon Knight and you figure that he would be perfect in the role of a 6th man off the bench.
You know, I think you hit it right on the head. I think he does fit that mold because of the ability to play both guard positions and also as a scorer facilitator. It's just never easy to learn the nuance of that role right off the bat. Adjusting to it is one reason I think he struggled so much last year.
And that one falls for Knight.
Always highly regarded, Knight tore up the high school ranks, led Kentucky to a Final Four, drafted top 10, and his arrow is still pointing up.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Jabari Parker's checked in for Mirza Teletovic, and Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Both good from the line that time. Here's Brogdon. 5 points in the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Henson, a screen on Knight. Here's Bledsoe. Rebound by the Suns. Bender's got his 4th rebound in this one.
I'll tell you, his inconsistency not helping their cause at all.
Chris kicks to Knight. Lobbed up there for Chandler. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Knight. And a look here at the shot chart for the Bucks.
And looking at this shot chart, you can't help but feel that this entire team has played passively on offense. There has been little to nothing going on at the rim or in the paint for that matter. And when you don't attack the defense and put pressure on them down low, you are making life far too easy on them.
Bucks trail by 16. Brogdon the pass to Bledsoe. Six on the shot clock. Here's Parker. That's tipped.
Man, how quick does he get off the floor? Chris rises high and sends it back.
Phoenix leading by 16. Dudley dishes to Chandler. Back to Dudley. And now here's Chris. He's tightly guarded.
You know, he's working on his inside game, but clearly there's still a little more work to do.
Passes it to Brogdon. Bledsoe against Knight. Fires at the elbow. Bledsoe with another miss. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Dudley with a screen for Knight. He dishes it to Dudley. Inside. Stolen by Henson. 1:14 left to play here in the third. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Jackson, he's checked in for Dragan Bender. 1:10 left to play in the third. Knight into the lane. Stolen by Brogdon. And Parker with a clear path to the hoop. And the dunk by Parker.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
Jackson in the corner. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. That's 12 points for Josh Jackson.
Well, that shows a sign of maturity, guys. Everyone expecting Knight to try and score it. Instead, he finds the open man.
Misses off the right iron. Suns leading by 15. Chandler up top. Feeds to Jackson. Suns moving the ball around. Chandler down low. He's against Parker. Chandler's shot good.
Yeah, you see Chandler uses his length and guile to take full advantage inside.
And here's Bledsoe. 9 points in the game so far. Henson, a screen on Knight. Parker, right side. Another miss by Parker.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that.
And so it's Phoenix out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We've got more in store for you right after this. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
We're not talking to each other, offensively or defensively. Let's talk.
And Coach Jason Kidd citing one of the things that can happen over the course of an evening, a breakdown in communication.
And the problem is, even in a league of superstars, this is ultimately a team game. You have to work together to succeed.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Giannis and Parker, the explosive forward pair. Chris Middleton is out there with Bledsoe. And it's Henson in at the 5 down low.
Boy, what great body control you saw there, laying it up and in despite having the defense draped all over him.
Dishes it to Booker. And Henson sends it back. Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Got that one up quick.
I think everyone expecting Bledsoe to perhaps force the issue, but he keeps his poise and finds the open man.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. The drive by Booker. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Knight's got 3 assists tonight.
Just great use of the rim to shield the defender from the ball and finish on the reverse.
Bucks trail by 15. Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe dishes to Parker. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Makers checked in for Henson.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First one falls for him. Phoenix making some changes. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Chandler. Warren comes in for Chris. And Ulis subbed in for Brandon Knight. And Parker drops them both. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Ulis kicks to Monroe. Back to Ulis. Booker in the corner. Again, the miss by Booker.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Rejected by Monroe. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. He used that pick just right. 8 points for Chris Middleton. Suns leading by 11. Here's Ulis. Kicks it to Warren. And Ulis has it in the corner. And there's the call on Tyler Ulis. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Well, those 5 turnovers, more than you like to see.
Bucks trail by 11. Bledsoe passes to Maker. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 10 rebounds. Suns have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the 1 make. Ulis dishes to Monroe. Back to Ulis. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 10-2 run here. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the rejection by Monroe. And that one's good. Parker
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Ulis kicks to Monroe. Now, here's Ulis, guarded by Bledsoe. Fast break, Milwaukee. Bledsoe's running, and the dunk by Parker.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that one had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
Offensive rebound. And Monroe kicks to Ulis. Buries it from three-point range. And the Suns lead by 8.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Screen by Parker. Bledsoe passes to Parker, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Parker's got 12 points in just the second half. Phoenix leading by 6. Ulis with it. Monroe dishes to Booker. Looking to get back on track here. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Bledsoe kicks to Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
Oh, they regrouped, they worked out some of their frustrations, and now we're seeing them have some fun.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. That free throw good from Warren. Bucks trail by 7. Here's Bledsoe. Rejected by Monroe. Here's Booker. And Maker sends it back. And they'll keep possession. The wide open look here for Ulis. Misses the chippy right there.
I'll tell you, he's not going to get in his coach's good graces if he's missing wide open looks like that.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Bucks head athletic trainer. And the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. The season is still very young, but that is bad news to get at any point of the year. We'll see how the team responds without him, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. Monroe, the pass to Ulis. There's Jackson with the 3. And that comes off the assist by Ulis. And the Suns lead by 10.
And it's important that Jackson become consistent from deep. That definitely has the touch to make shots from there.
Parker dishes to Bledsoe. Maker kicks to Parker. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
One shot, gentlemen.
Phoenix leading by 7. Now Ulis. Monroe sets a screen for Ulis. Monroe the pass to Ulis. Here's Jackson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
A big fan of watching Jackson work inside, using his body well to draw the contact. The D can't let him get that close to the basket.
And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. Bucks trail by 8. There's the screen. Bledsoe kicks to Maker. No good on the 3. Phoenix has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Warren. Bucks trail by 10. Bledsoe outside. Oh, the lob to Parker. Stolen by Warren. Monroe dishes to Ulis. Booker outside. Sinks that one from the post. Booker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, he can do this now. Booker is not just a spot-up shooter. Very good with the ball in his hands.
Bledsoe outside. Screened by Parker. Bledsoe passes to Parker. Just 5 to shoot. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
And there's the feed to Booker from downtown. But he stays with it. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Chris Middleton.
The 13th pick of the 2015 NBA draft, Booker has already shown all-star potential.
And more, it's looking like Devin Booker, the 13th pick in the 2015 draft, is going to be one of the biggest steals of that draft class.
And he's one that all GMs are looking at, and they wish they could have a redo. I mean, Booker was very young when he entered the draft, and some teams maybe shied away from that. But clearly he's shown that he could be one of the best players in that class.
The first free throw is good. Milwaukee making a switch here. Ogden's checked in. Both free throws good from Booker. And Devin Booker out of the University of Kentucky was taken 13th overall in the 2015 draft, Doris. And after the first few years he's had, there have been a lot of teams kicking themselves for not taking Booker earlier.
Right. You wonder, did he slip in the draft because he never started in college? But remember, he did win Sixth Man of the Year, and you've got to base your evaluations on what your eye test is.
Bucks trail by 14. Middleton on the wing. Will it go? And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 5 assists tonight. And the pass to Booker. The tray. Good on the three-point shot. Booker's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
Jackson against Antetokounmpo. Over Jackson. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Phoenix leading by 12. Ulis kicks to Jackson. Again, the miss by Jackson. Milwaukee has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Offensive rebound. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I'll tell you, if you don't box out well, expect to get burned. You can't afford to give them second chance opportunities.
Ulis dishes to Jackson. To the inside. Kicks it out to Booker. Over Middleton. No good off the front iron. Bucks trail by 10. Now, here's Brogdon. He feeds it to Middleton. He kicks it to Antetokounmpo. The dish to Maker. He tries for 3. Offensive rebound, Bucks. The shot by Brogdon wide open. Here's Parker. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Jackson misses.
Well, it looks like he's going to get the easy 2 points, but the defense recovers just in time to affect it.
And that one's good, Brogdon. And the Suns call time here.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Greg Monroe.
And when he's been on the floor, it has been a clinic in rim protection and shot blocking. He's played the defense of 3 men tonight. His block total has gotten to a point you almost never see in an NBA game.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Earl Watson had to say to the team. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
Just silky smooth coming off the screen. Booker gains separation and is absolutely dead-eye.
Antetokounmpo passes to Maker. There's 3-pointers off the mark. Suns leading by 10. Booker outside. Monroe with a screen on Brogdon. Here's Booker. And that comes off the assist by Ulis. And it's now 23 points for Devin Booker.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Brogdon kicks to Middleton. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
An incredible reverse throwdown excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Booker against Middleton. Screen by Monroe. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Brogdon inside the line. And again, it's Milwaukee converted. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Booker dishes to Ulis. On the wing, Booker, defended by Middleton. The drive by Booker, so the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
The ability to drive with either hand. Booker gets the defender on his heels, draws the foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Bucks. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 9.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're trailing by 9. 40 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. The Bucks also changing it up. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Parker. Tony Snell comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Eric Bledsoe. Now here is Dellavedova. Defense is right there. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Off target with his 3. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's Chandler high post. It's stolen by Maker.
And really nothing they can do now. They just got to play this one out.
No, it appears that this one is absolutely done. No sense wasting energy trying to come back.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
So it's Phoenix picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Greg Monroe here. And Greg, what in the game plan allowed you to get this win tonight?
Well, I'm not sure how many turnovers we had, but we definitely want to limit that. We wanted to make sure that we were in good position as far as defensively. We were always in help side. I think we did a good job of that tonight.
Yeah, you put a real wall in front of them all night, Greg. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.